व्यू में। सो गैलरी व्यू में ये होता है कि आप चारों के जो फेसेस हैं वो इकट्ठे सबको तमाम ऑडियंस को वहां पे नजर आ रहे होंगे, ठीक है। तो उधर वो सारे इकट्ठे नजर आ रहे हो, सबको अपने वो पैनल नजर आ रहा हो। मुझे बस 1 मिनट दीजिएगा, जैसे ही वील बी लाइव मैं बस वहां पे सिर्फ क्रॉस पोस्टिंग वाले जो पेजेस हैं उनको सिलेक्ट कर दूं। जैसे ही वील बी लाइव मैं यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट एक ड्रॉप कर दूंगी इन अ फ्यू सेकेंड्स, उरूजा वहां से टेकअप करके यू कैन स्टार्ट विद द सैल्यूटेशन, ठीक है।
Okay, thank you.
Just give me a few seconds.
Okay, so Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. I am Uruj Haider, Access and UGrad alumna, also president of Vision Building Future. I welcome all of you to Point Talk series, another webinar of Point Talk series. And I welcome all of our colleagues, audience, and friends who are joining us from different Facebook pages, which include US Embassy's page, USCFP's page, and Consulate's page as well, and of course Pakistan US Alumni Network page as well. And I'm very delighted to moderate today's session because it is of utmost importance, because tourism is one of those industries which have been highly affected by COVID-19. So yes, today's topic is about role of youth in promoting tourism in Pakistan post COVID-19. So to discuss the topic, we have three wonderful alumni with us who have joined the panel, and they will be discussing about the topic with us today. So first of all, we have Mr. Alamgir Khan, who is a UGrad alumnus and also a founder of Grey Matter. He is currently implementing an alumni small grant project, which is focused on digitizing the tourism in northern Pakistan. Welcome, Alamgir. Thank you so much for joining us today. And then we have Ms. Javeria Ewan, who is CCIP alumna and also running a travel startup. She has been on K2 Base Camp cleanup expedition, which was funded by US Embassy, and she's also an advocate for women in tourism. Thank you so much, Javeria, for joining us today.
Welcome. Thank you so much for calling me here.
Yes. And then we have Mr. Saeed Akbar, who is also a CCIP alumnus and also a founder of Travel Asia Foundation. He is a community-based tourism consultant and ecotourism travel guide. Thank you so much for joining us, sir, today, and welcome to the session.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for me.
Yes, I'm very happy to have all three of you with me today. And without further delay, we will jump right into our topic, which is quite interesting and quite engaging as well. So I expect a lot of questions from our audience who have joined us through different pages. And we will be taking your questions right in the middle of the session or at the end of the session. So my first question to all of the three panelists is going to be that if you could shed some light on what could be some of the strengths of Pakistani youth that you think could prove to be extremely helpful for tourism in post-COVID world. I think Alamgir can go first.
Sure, thank you so much. When we come to the topic of youth in tourism, I believe one of the fundamental things that can be seen as youth are out there exploring the new things that are happening around. in terms of what's happening in our culture, what's happening globally, the global trends, from fashion industry to technology to sports, everything. The youth are there at the forefront of this information, new information that's coming in. तो आप उसमें ये चीजें देख सकते हैं कि the youth can identify what are the new things that I believe tourists want, because one of the greatest segment that you have is youth who are traveling around the world. As you see the age spectrum, people who are in their mid 30s or mid 40s, they're the ones who usually like to travel since they have the financial resources to travel. And youth, I believe, can identify what are their interests, what are the new things that are coming up, what are they looking forward to, and I believe we can understand these, take it in and use them as the things that we need to offer them as services.
All right, thank you so much, Alamgir. I would like to take some light on the similar question from Mr. Saeed.
Yes, thank you very much. Indeed, yes, because we are a very lucky country because major of our population is based on youths. You know, they are like, as the Prime Minister has also mentioned many times, we have a lot of good potential. We're just coming to the topic after this COVID, you can say, just last week I back from the northern area of Pakistan because this is this, when we're talking about tourism, so this is the season for the northern area right now. It might be Chitral, it would be Gilgit-Baltistan, Skardo, Naran, Kagan. So the good thing was that because I am working as a tour operator as well, but I saw a lot of this, I'm just saying, social media tour operators. They are taking a lot of youths. They are university students. They are working in different capacities. But I met a lot of people from Ferry Meadows to Punjab to Nagar Valley. A lot of movement of our youths there. So I think when I'm just looking 10 years before, hardly we were finding the families in the northern area, the local families. But from last 5 years, the good thing is that a lot of youths, like university students, college students, they are coming to explore their own destiny, their own country. So we can say the future of the tourism, and especially the role of the youth, is very important because now it's this the good age. They are just coming to exploring the area. So when gradually they are just completing their education, so that would be very easy for them to just find their direction, which direction they want to go. They want to choose as a destination planners or maybe a hotels or maybe a resorts or whatever, you know, they can just finding themselves and exploring the country. So I think the future of Pakistan, especially the youths, that will play a very important role through digital medias and this internet accessibilities and telephonic things. See, today we are, even yesterday you see a lot of picture from K2 Base Camp. So these things, you know, these things help a lot of people, especially the youth. About 70 years old people, maybe only few percent can travel, but the youths plus minus 70, about 70%, they are just traveling their own and they are exploring the things. So I'm thinking with the help of technology and with this creative mentality, the future of tourism and the role is very important. But one thing to keep in mind, to keep our area clean, and we should responsible, because now it's time to we decide which kind of tourism we need. Because until now, this is mass tourism. So now in the future, we need a specific tourism. Some people take some special area and they work hard and they make their own brand. So that's the good thing. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Saeed. Your very elaborative response on my question. Now I'll move towards Javeria. Javeria, what's your take on this? What could be some of the strengths and skills of the youth that could be beneficial for promoting tourism in post-COVID world?
As far as youth is concerned, I think जो young population है, वो सबसे पहले किसी भी टूर पे जाती है तो वो उनके पास financial resources तो नहीं होते. So they always look for minimum resources जो वो लगा सकें. और अगर हम as a tour company भी देखते हैं, तो if a person who is very young, who is running the tour company, वो भी उसकी भी यही कोशिश होती है कि मिनिमम रिसोर्सेज में मैं किस तरीके से टूर को लेकर जा सकूं या लोगों को केटर कर सकूं. एक तो ये चीज़ बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, तो इसको समझना कि यूथ जब एक यंग बच्चा या लड़का या लड़की टूर पे जा रहे हैं तो उसकी अप्रोच बहुत अलग होती है, और एक जब फैमिली और जिनके पास पैसे ज्यादा होते हैं इन ऑनेस्टली, तो उनकी अप्रोच बहुत डिफरेंट होती है। तो आपने टारगेट ऑडियंस भी डिफाइन करनी है, जो टूर पे जा रहा है वो भी, और जो टूर पे लेके जा रहा है उसको भी ये सोचना है कि मेरी टारगेट ऑडियंस क्या है। बिकॉज कुछ दिन पहले एक आई सॉ अ केस स्टडी जिसमें लड़की शी आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड टू हर, तो दे वेंट ऑन टूर 16,000 के टूर पे लाहौर से हुंजा। अब ऑब्वियसली एक यंग लड़की है, उसके यू डोंट हैव मच मनी, सो यू सी कि अच्छा 16,000 का टूर है, मैं चली जाती हूँ। लेकिन वो कहीं नहीं रोकते, वो रास्ते में वो बस चलती रहती है, और लाहौर से चिलास की जाके रोकते हैं। So she was complaining about that tour company. As a tour operator, जो मैंने company चलाई है, I felt bad about the girl, but as well as for the tour company, because tour company की भी कोई गलती नहीं है, because जो budget है वो तो वही उसी में लेके जाएंगे ना। तो people needs to understand that as well, because आपके पास 16,000 है लेकिन आप ट्रिप चाहते हैं 80,000 का, तो it's not possible. So एक तो ये भी गैप है जो बेसिकली मैं कहना चाह रही हूँ, जो टूर पे जा रहा है उसका और जो टूर पे लेके जा रहा है, उनके बीच में बहुत बड़ा कम्युनिकेशन गैप है। एंड पीपल कंप्लेन कि ये टूर कंपनी बहुत खराब है, ये सही नहीं है, या टूर्स भी बहुत जो टूरिस्ट होते हैं वो भी सही जो है इतने रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं होते। एंड अदर थिंग इज जो अब यूथ है वो ऑथेंटिक एक्सपीरियंसेस को ढूंढ रही है। उनको सिर्फ ये नहीं जाना कि हम गए, हमने नारायण देखा, हमने होटल्स देखे, सैफुल मुलूक देखा और हम वापस आ गए। ऑथेंटिक एक्सपीरियंसेस चाह रहे हैं, लोकल्स के साथ, लोकल्स कैसे रहते हैं, ये सारी जो चीजें। तो इसमें सईद साहब ने भी बात की कम्युनिटी टूरिज्म। तो नाउ आवर जनरेशन इज लुकिंग फॉर कम्युनिटी टूरिज्म, क्योंकि हम ऑथेंटिक एक्सपीरियंसेस चाह रहे होते हैं और जिससे हम कनेक्ट कर सके, क्योंकि सिटी लाइफ इज डिफिकल्ट। बिकॉज आई एम फ्रॉम कराची, इस्लामाबाद भी एक हद तक एक सिटी लाइफ एक वो है, फिर भी वहां से लोग निकल जाते हैं, बट स्टिल लोग इसीलिए वहां जा रहे होते हैं कि वो डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस करें। सो दिस इज व्हाट आई थिंक कम्युनिकेशन गैप बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है यूथ में। और मैंने बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंसेस देख रही होती हूँ, बैड एक्सपीरियंसेस लोग शेयर कर रहे होते हैं, तो दे नीड्स टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हर किसी की लिमिटेशन होती है, टूर कंपनी की भी लिमिटेशन होती है और टूरिस्ट की भी लिमिटेशन होती है।
Definitely. Thank you so much, Javeria. My next question would be, since we are talking about कि youth का क्या role हो सकता है, कि कौन से वो gaps हैं जिनको fill करना जरूरी है, तो मेरा अगला सवाल ये होगा कि हमारी जो रीजनल यूथ है जो कि स्पेसिफिक रीजन्स में बेस करती है, जैसे नॉर्दर्न एरियाज हो गए हमारे, उनका क्या रोल प्ले हो सकता है टू प्रमोट टूरिज्म? बिकॉज जैसे जवेरिया ने भी मेंशन किया कि अर्बन यूथ को अगर आप लें तो उनका एक बिल्कुल ही डिफरेंट किस्म का सेटअप होगा और उनके पास रिसोर्सेज भी ज़्यादा होंगे, लेकिन जो हमारी रीजनल यूथ है वो किस तरह से टूरिज्म को प्रमोट करने में अपना किरदार अदा कर सकती है? सो आलमगीर, यू कैन गो फर्स्ट।
श्योर। एक चीज और वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग्स जो हम ये देखते हैं कि क्रिएटिविटी ऑफ द लोकल यूथ, हाउ क्रिएटिव दे आर, वो किस तरह अपने एरिया को मार्केट करते हैं, दैट्स वन ऑफ द की थिंग्स। क्योंकि अगर आप यू वांट टूरिस्ट्स टू कम, यू नीड टू शो देम सम वैल्यू एडिशन, आप उनको कोई ऐसी चीज दिखाते हो व्हिच इज वर्थ कमिंग फॉर। So one of the things that at least I have seen through my journeys around Pakistan is जो भी local area जहाँ पे wherever the youth are creative और उन्होंने अपना कुछ नया start किया होता है in terms of let's say campfire musics, या फिर you can even have ice skating tournaments that were happening in Hunza जो winter के दौरान होता था. Those were some of the unique things though, which were local initiatives. That was not something that was let's say कोई institution ने start नहीं किया था. But it was something that was started by the community, by the people, and it was these small minor events that were unique in itself, that were artistic and creative, which actually attracted a lot of tourists. So काफी लोग छोटी छोटी चीजों को देखने के लिए आते थे. And this is one of the key things जो हमारी youth कर सकती है कि they can become creative in their approach. वो देख सकते हैं कि what are the things that are in their surrounding. उनके विलेज में ऐसा क्या यूनिक चीज है which they can market on social media, क्योंकि every youth has access to a smartphone हर एक की जेब में. Now it is how do you use that smartphone to promote your area? That's the key thing. And I believe it's kind of a social responsibility हम पे कि we promote a good image of our area, and it will have its good consequences.
All right, thank you so much, Alamgir. I would like to take Mr. Saeed's response on this question.
Well, that's really, this question is close to my heart because I am a village boy. And, being a travel professional from last 22 years, as I mentioned, so I start from Tarparkar to Balochistan to this Turkhan to this all part of the country. Even for 5 to 6 times I've been to the K2, this base camp, this Orola, this every area. I know the people of Ushe, Ascoli, everywhere, even in Wahan corridor, Chitral area. So there's a lot of potential. And the basic issue is there, we have a lack of resources. And the second thing is that the exploration. Suppose before visiting US, I was not realizing what we have in Hunza. When I born, so I was just born in the middle of that mountain. So that's from the starting, I just looking those things, but I not compare those destinations to other destinations. So when I was in the US and when I saw Disney, and then when I compared Disney with my own destination, so we have all natural wonders. And what we need, first things we just work on this community's youths, just find the targets. Some people are very good, they can offer a good local food for us. Even now they started on Hunza in different villages. Some are good for camping. They can offer a good camping area in a good spot for us. Some would be a good local guide. Some would be playing a good music for us. Different things there for tourism promotion. So the concept which I am talking, this community tourism, if the community is active, if they just find their resources, which kind of resources they have and how they can use it without disturbing the nature. The ecosystem is very important for us. If you not care the ecosystem of our area, our destination, wherever it might be different part in the different part of the country, if you not respect and not care those destination, those things, next nobody would be. Suppose Murray, 1 hour you can just drive there. So only few people now they are interested to go to Murray because the things change. There's no more natural things. So I should suggest, through this platform, wherever in Pakistan, if their youth are enough smart, so the communities first, they just establish a community-based tour, you can say committee. The community itself built like a small model, and they involve their own people. Suppose in different village, I saw the young guys are selling the fruits. They're taking from the garden, they're just putting one table on the road, they're selling the fruit. So that's the good things, the fresh things that's available on the road. And the same things, this community experience, if you go to stay in some houses, take some local food. My personal clients from Europe, from wherever, the international clients. So during 10 days, we are visiting the northern area. If one day I offer them a local lunch or dinner in a house, so that is, a unique experience for them. So you are very right. Being a youth, we can promote, we can take different kind of initiative. They can attract the tourists. So it might be longer. Yeah, sorry for that. Thank you.
No, that's all right. Thank you so much, Saeed. आपने community tourism की भी बात की, Saeed ने. So, Javeria, what's your take on this? How can regional youth be a part of promoting tourism?
I think I'll be talking very specific about this question. इसमें ये है कि जब एक टूरिस्ट आ रहा होता है, वो यंग है, तो वो वो जा सकता है, वो he or she can be connected to somebody who lives there. जैसे कि हम अक्सर जाते हैं किसी भी जगह पर, तो हम यूजली होटल्स में रुकते हैं, यहाँ पर रेस्टोरेंट्स में जाते हैं, हम लोगों से बात नहीं कर पाते. I see lot of people, they don't communicate with other people, they just take pictures and बस सोशल मीडिया पे लगा देते हैं और वापस आ जाते हैं. But then it's very important to promote कि जब आप जा रहे हैं तो आपने कनेक्ट होना है किसी अपने एज ग्रुप के साथ, या फॉर एग्जांपल कोई लड़की है वो जा रही है, तो देयर शुड बी सम कंपनीज या फिर कोई कम्युनिटीज होनी चाहिए जो लोकल्स को कनेक्ट करें टूरिस्ट के साथ. वैसे तो कनेक्ट हो रही है, फॉर एग्जांपल सईद साहब अब एक कंपनी चला रहे हैं, वो ऑब्वियसली हुंजा के हैं, वो कनेक्ट तो हो रहे हैं, लेकिन एक होता है ऑथेंटिक एक्सपीरियंस. जैसे कि इन यूरोप, इन अमेरिका, वहां पर आप जाते हो तो एक लोकल आपको जो है ना टूर एज अ टूर गाइड लेके जा रहा होता है, और वो आपको जो है ना चीजें दिखा रहा होता है, जगह दिखा रहा होता है, पर वो टूर गाइड होता नहीं है, वो होता लोकल ही है. बट देन देयर आर कंपनीज जो ऐसी रैंडम लोगों को हायर करती हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल मैं यहाँ रहती हूँ कराची में, तो मैं एक कंपनी के साथ कनेक्ट हो जाऊं और एज अ पार्ट टाइम काम करूं, जैसे डे पे या आर्ली, और फिर कोई भी टूरिस्ट आ रहा है मैं उसको कराची की जगह दिखाऊं, और जैसे
सही
कि
बात है।
बंद ले जाऊं, सदर ले जाऊं, तो so that experience is really different. I have done it not in Pakistan but so वो एक experience ही अलग होता है। एज अ टूर कंपनी में साथ में जाना, उसका एक्सपीरियंस अलग होता है। तो जो अगर हम यंग लोगों की बात करें तो यू शुड कनेक्ट पीपल विद फिर उससे बहुत सारी चीजें क्लियर होंगी। तो कम्युनिकेशन क्लियर होगी। एक तो जो हम समझते हैं कि ये इस इलाके का बंदा ऐसा है, उस इलाके का बंदा ऐसा, एक तो ये चीज भी क्लियर होगी। और उसके अलावा जो है ना जो बहुत ज्यादा इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे काम कर रहे हैं, हम उनको भी रीच आउट कर सकेंगे। सो दिस इज व्हाट आई थिंक, जो रीजनल रूट को हम इस तरीके से फोकस करना चाहिए।
Yes, I totally agree with you, Javedia. In fact, you have highlighted a very important aspect of tourism in which we need to sort of create a personalized and localized
Yeah.
experience for our tourists. उसका एक connection ही अलग तरह का build होगा. From that, my next question would be, since we are talking about promoting tourism in post-COVID world, वो कौन सी ऐसी नीड्स हैं जो कि अभी फिलहाल कोविड की वजह से एक तरह से डिस्ट्रप्शन जब आई तो बहुत सारी चीजें जो है टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री की खत्म भी हो गई, बंद भी हो गई, सस्पेंडेड हैं कुछ, वो कौन सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो नीड्स ऑफ टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री जो कि पोस्ट कोविड वर्ल्ड में फॉरेन रिवाइव करने की जरूरत है और उसमें यूथ का एक मेजर किरदार हो सकता है? आलमगीर, would you like to go first?
Sure. Post-COVID, when we look at the COVID situation, this is a very good question, and हम लोगों ने इस question पे काम किया है. Since running a technology company myself, we have seen this situation and we are trying to handle it. We are trying to deal with it in different ways. एक चीज हमने ये देखी है कि since एक person-to-person contact बंद हो गया था काफी time तक. First problem, tour companies could not, hotels and tour companies did not have any clients. क्योंकि you could not go into person, जो एक usually tradition था, ये था कि आप होटल में जाके बुकिंग करते हो, आप टूर ऑपरेटर के ऑफिस जाके उससे बुकिंग करते हो. तो ये चीज जब बंद हो गई, there was no alternate. तो एक there was in a way एक creativity की जरूरत थी कि what is the alternate. मगर जब आप globally इन चीजों को देखो, if you study them, तो आप देखते हो कि Airbnb and इस तरह के जो models हैं which are being replicated around the globe and also they're coming to Pakistan, उनमें the face-to-face interaction कम से कम होता जा रहा है. We all have a smartphone and we all go back to the smartphone, or few taps away आप एक होटल बुक कर सकते हो, आप टूर ऑपरेटर को बुक कर सकते हो. You can have all the experiences you want through that app. तो during COVID इस चीज की जरूरत, we felt this need much stronger कि पाकिस्तान में this digital divide जो है, the lack of use of technology at grassroots levels, this needs to be filled up. And yahin pe we started to work. We were lucky enough to get the grant from Puan, and we used that to study the environment. How can we bring technology? How can we increase their capacity building? That was, I believe, one of the most important things that needs to be done, is to integrate technology at the grassroots level. Taki, if you want to go to a hotel, if you want to book a tour operator, if you want to go to K2 base camp, play music there, you can do all of that with just your cell phone. आपको कहीं किसी ऑफिस में जाने की जरूरत ना पड़े. एंड इससे एक और चीज जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है वो है मेकिंग पेमेंट्स डिजिटली. पाकिस्तान में it's one of the biggest issue. You cannot use digital payments in almost every place. Very specific hotels, very specific brands offer you digital payments. So we are working on this. We're trying to connect with local hotel owners. We're trying to set up a way in which they can use this technology. And there are many challenges, infrastructure level challenges. We don't have access to internet in many places, but we are hopeful with time things will improve, hopefully.
Inshallah, I hope with time things will definitely improve in Pakistan. So Mr. Said, what's your take on this question?
Yes, please. Basically, which my colleagues mentioned about this digitalized world, you can say. And another things that's which I during this COVID I was realizing, because from last 4 years when the domestic tourism starts, so people will start to invest. It might be a small level or a large level of hotels, a camping site, a restaurant, a small shop, different things. But from last, you can say 1.5 years, almost 2 years, the things was dramatically changed. So, well, that was the COVID, because that's not only changed only Pakistan, the situation, that's changed totally the mindset of the world. See, we have no boundaries for this COVID. This is just limit with this boundary. This is with that boundary. Even the most powerful country, they suffer a lot. So due to that, we are a country like underdeveloped country. There's a lot of issue for us. So like my friend mentioned, there's even not light system in the hotels right now. That means for a few hours there's a light system, and then they're running the generators, big generators. So that's environmental issues there. If there's 10 hotels, 10 big generators running all the nights. So could you imagine what's the situation is there? The voice, then the pollution, that's another stuff. And the second thing is that because there was no choice for the people after this post-COVID, so when our domestic tourism starts, so that was just the people was stuck in their house, So when it's open, so the people just rush to the northern area. I'm just talking about the northern area. So there was not rule and regulations, because the hotels people were also, they couldn't manage their system. They cannot make a system like after 10 o'clock, after 11 o'clock, there would be no music. You can go to sleep, and then early in the morning you wake up. So we have a different trend in Pakistan with this domestic tourism. As I mentioned to you, mostly I'm working with foreigners. So the foreigners normally 9 and 10 o'clock, they're going to bed, and 6, 7 o'clock, they wake up, the daylight, they're taking the picture, the daylight, they're enjoying the things, the view, everything, all the day they are enjoying the things. But here I see a different tourism now from last 1.5 years. All the night we are traveling, the next morning we are reaching the destination. So half you are drunk with you not sleep, not good rest. Then the road is not good, so then the tiredness as well. So we need, like the sister mentioned, they should, even the tour companies, they should also make something very special one, I'm just realizing maybe after 10 years, after 5 years, the GB government or the KPK government, they should fix this week 2,000 tourists can enter, this next week 2,000, then we can manage. Otherwise, this mass tourism will destroy everything, because which I'm just looking the future of tourism with this speed, that's a lot of things. But there's no choice. There's no choice, because the hotel owners, they have spent a lot of money, the tour operators, there's no work. So all people are struggling. So I do hope if the government are paying a good attention. And the one very big things which I'm just realizing, we have a lot of missions in Islamabad, embassies. And the embassies person couldn't easily move in Islamabad. They couldn't, for Peshawar, they need 2 weeks for making the NOCs. So if, you can say the embassies are, they're transporting their own countries. So if we are not giving good incentives for them, so then how we can expect they can make changing in the travel advisories for us? So if you're putting a lot of sanction for them, So there's a lot of things. Well, I do hope, again, we are hopeful. This industry is hopeful. So we do hope the things will be worked very well. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Definitely new interventions have to be introduced in the post-COVID world to sustain the tourism industries and re-establish them again after COVID-19 ends. So Javeria, what do you think about this?
Yes, I agree with Alamgir and Mr. Saeed. I think mass tourism से बहुत ज़्यादा, I think in the last few days you have seen a campaign by an international influencer who lives in Pakistan now, and she talked about littering and funza, which is somewhat true, because tourists जो है, they don't care. Honestly speaking, they don't care. They just throw everything they eat. And ये एक बहुत ही normal circumstances होते हैं पाकिस्तान में. बाहर भी होता होगा, but obviously right now we're talking about Pakistan, it's tourism. तो mass tourism से बहुत सारे मसले मसाइल होते हैं. As far as restaurants are concerned, hotels are concerned, obviously उनका तो ज़्यादातर यही होता है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग आएं और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हमारी sales हो. But then if we want to talk about long-term solution for this, I think we should go for customized tours. जिसमें ऑथेंटिक एक्सपीरियंसेस भी हों, जिसमें जो है अगर फैमिली है तो उसका एक अलग एक्सपीरियंस हो, अगर यूथ जा रही है तो एक अलग एक्सपीरियंस हो, और अगर कोलीग्स जा रहे हैं तो उनका एक अलग एक्सपीरियंस हो। मास टूरिज्म से बहुत ज्यादा नुकसानात भी होते हैं, बट प्रॉफिट उसमें ज्यादा है, इट्स फाइन, बट देन लॉन्ग टर्म वो चीज चल नहीं सकती। एंड
Yes.
ऑल्सो जो आई थिंक पोस्ट कोविड-19 के ही इससे रिलेटेड बात है कि आई थिंक वी शुड फोकस ऑन ऑनलाइन गाइडेड टूर्स, जिसमें एक तो हो रहा है कि आप जा रहे हैं, लेकिन ऑनलाइन गाइडेड टूर्स होना भी बहुत जरूरी है इफ यू वांट टू फोकस on international tourism. We want people to come to Pakistan, but then first you need to show them something, because I know a lot of people उनको कुछ भी नहीं पता होता, बस वो आ जाते हैं पाकिस्तान because they have seen some videos, but then it's very important to have online guided tours जो इस तरह नहीं बन सकते, वो you need a budget for that, जो प्रॉपर, और बहुत सारे लोग कर भी रहे हैं, बड़ी कंपनीज कर भी रही हैं स्पॉन्सर, जैसे नेशनल का पाकिस्तान है, they do a really good job, but obviously they have budgets, but for people like us we don't have much money for that. तो इस तरह की टूर कंपनीज जो है वो मिलके इस तरीके की कोई ऑनलाइन गाइडेड टूर्स हों। एंड द थर्ड थिंग इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, जो जितने भी रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं, होटल्स हैं, टेक देम ऑनलाइन। सबको जो है ना ई कॉमर्स के उसमें जो है ना आपने डाल दें, आप ऑनलाइन होना चाहिए सब कुछ, बिकॉज दिस, जैसे कि उन्होंने बात की कि पेमेंट गेटवेज नहीं है प्रॉपर, इट हैपन टू मी एज वेल कि लोग आपको बोलते हैं हाँ हम आ रहे हैं, और आप सब कुछ प्लान कर लेते हैं एंड दे बैक आउट एट द लास्ट मिनट। सो एज अ टूर कंपनी इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मेंटेन दैट, और बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है कि आपको तो लॉस हो जाता है। So you talk to restaurants, you talk to hotels कि हम इतने लोग ला रहे हैं, and then people don't come. So payment gateways होने चाहिए, वो ऑनलाइन ही हो तो at least 50% payment हो, then people they will take you seriously, but now they don't take you seriously. So there are a lot of issues we need to
Yes.
solve.
Yeah, thank you so much, Averia. And I agree with all of you because I feel like कि अभी जब कोविड-19 चल रहा है और सारी दुनिया ही डिजिटलाइज हो रही है, तो आई थिंक दिस कुड अपीयर एज द मोस्ट इफेक्टिव टाइम कि पाकिस्तान में भी चीज़ें डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म की तरफ जाना स्टार्ट कर दें, बिकॉज पीपल आर ऑलरेडी गेटिंग यूज्ड टू ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग ऑनलाइन एंड यूजिंग डिजिटल स्पेसेस. So for my next question, how important is the role of digital literacy in hospitality and tourism industry, since we all were just talking about कि क्या चीजें digitalize हो जानी चाहिए, what's the importance और अभी क्या हालात चल रहे हैं उसके, and how can youth be part of this? Alamgir, please.
Sure. This question is very relevant to the work we are doing. हम जो इस वक्त काम कर रहे हैं गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के अंदर, we are actually studying this कि what is digital literacy right now, and it's not very I would say inspiring. It's not quite good. वो वहाँ पे नहीं है जहाँ पे उसको होना चाहिए, and there are many factors to this. It's not surprising. We expected this. And some of the basic जो आप कह सकते हैं ground पे जो मसले हैं, if I were to share that, वो ये है कि hotels are not online. They don't have a Facebook page. उनकी Google Maps पे listing नहीं है. आप if you go to GB or you go to other areas, आप वहाँ पे you cannot find all the hotels on Google Maps. So how will you travel there? Because now I believe everyone uses Google Maps to travel to any place. And Google My Business is a whole new domain on which we are working. We're trying to bring all these छोटे-छोटे hotels, restaurants, guest house, उनको हम train करेंगे how to use Google My Business. आप Google Maps पे किस तरह invest कर सकते हो, so that when people search on Google Map for a hotel, आपका नाम वहाँ पे आए, they get to see your pictures, how to take good pictures, how to write good descriptions. आप Facebook पे किस तरह market करते हो, Instagram पे किस तरह market करते हो. तो ये जो छोटी-छोटी चीजें, these are some of the things that they're not aware of. And one of the things that we did was we recorded many training programs on these different series, and we distributed these through different mediums to many of the hotels across Gilgit-Baltistan, through all of the 6 districts. We send them these videos and we ask them to just please watch them. Meanwhile, we also help them to migrate to digital platforms. हमने खुद उनके लिए काफी चीजें बनाई. We try to make we in a way force them to go to digital platforms. So ये हाल है on ground. We have to actually force them to please use these platforms. They're not very willing. I don't know why, but they like to use Facebook for videos, but not for promoting their businesses. But this is changing. The trend is changing as we look. Hotels abhi aa rahe hain Facebook pe. Some of the good brands, some of the good names. For example, one of the most famous things about Hunza is the walnut cake. And ये famous social media की ही वजह से हुआ है. It's because you see Instagram stories, Snapchats, Facebook पे लोग ये post करते हैं and people get to hear कि यार ये walnut cake क्या है? What is this walnut cake? I want to taste it. इसकी वजह से उनका फिर business grow होता है. इस तरह की जो business model की चीजें हैं where you use technology, we are trying to educate them about it. कि how can you use technology to promote your business? And it's I believe it's a long road, but we are taking the few steps that are needed right now. And इसमें फिर एक और चीज ये आ जाती है कि now this is a bit technical. Hotels, they do not have any management software. They don't know how to manage their inventory online. They don't know what rooms do they have in an online system. So इसकी वजह से ये होता है कि they cannot use tools like booking.com or Airbnb because they don't have a live inventory of their hotels. This also needs to change. हम इस पे भी काम कर रहे हैं कि they are able to maintain a live inventory of their rooms, of their services, ताकि at any given point, if you were to check what are the rooms in XYZ hotel in Balochistan, you get a live feed of it. ये ना हो कि आप वहाँ जाएं and you're suddenly surprised कि यहाँ पे कोई rooms available नहीं है. So these are some of the, I would say, things that are invisible usually, but they are at the grassroots level, and work needs to be done. More work needs to be done, and we're hopeful they'll be better.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that you are working in this field and trying to connect all the areas with other areas through digital platforms. From that, I will go towards Mr. Saeed Saab. Since you are from GB, walnut cake का आपको भी पता होगा. I agree with Alamgir कि walnut cake मशहूर ही online platforms की वजह से हुआ और उसके बाद all across Pakistan अपनी walnut cake की delivery भी start कर दी. तो सईद साहब आपका क्या इस पे take है? How important is the role of digital literacy for?
Well, मैं जो है ना, I agree with Alamgir and also agree with you because we cannot deny the importance of digitalized world, and कौन नहीं चाहता है कि जिंदगी में आसानी पैदा हो, लेकिन आसानी पैदा करने के लिए बहुत सारे बेसिक चीज़ों का होना ज़रूरी है. So one of the most basic problems for every part of the country. I have an experience of last year. Some of my colleagues was in Hunza and they want to connect me just for a cup of tea, but they couldn't find electricity for charge their mobiles. क्योंकि वहाँ की जो लोड शेडिंग है वो इतना लंबा है, होटल वालों ने 3 घंटे चलाया, जनरेटर बंद किया रात भर, तो उसका वो सोच में नहीं था, उसको पता नहीं था कि उसको बताया गया नहीं था कि होटल में इतने घंटे के बाद आप स्विच ऑफ हो जाएंगे, तो बंदे ने चार्ज नहीं किया. दूसरे दिन सुबह when morning you get up, there's no light, so how he can contact me? So then the next day was driving on the way, so finally he back to Islamabad, and then when I called, say sorry, because of not facilities of good electricity, I cannot contact you. So this is the basic things. So in each village, even you start from Sos to Astor to Ferre Meadows to Chitral, wherever you are going to there, there's two major issues for us. Like Alamgir are trying his best. So for the digitalized things, we need first electricity. The second thing is the internet connectivity. So both are in problem for us, right? So in Gilgit-Baltistan, we have the ESCOM, the special communication, and they're not, in the beginning, they're not allow other companies to start the 4G. So now he's the only one. If something's happened with him, so then there's no connectivity. So good internet, good electricity. And then the third thing is, I really appreciate the efforts of Alamgir, because the trainings program for the hotels, as a managers, maybe as a receptionist or as a front desk officers, if they get the trainings to how to use this small software. So even now, there's a lot of problems. The hotels are empty in Pasu, but the people are searching hotel. There's no hotel in Hunza right now today. So why? Because we have not that much easy connectivity to the hotels. Like there's not a common platform where people can easily reach. So I'm very agree with Alamgir, because we need these all steps. Without improving this, you can say the digital world, we cannot fulfill the requirement of the tourism. because we have different kind of tourists. Okay, one is the normal tourists. They want to enjoy the nature, these things. Nowadays, the tourists, when they are entered in the hotel, so the first question is that, I mean,
Yeah.
5 years before, the first question was there, how is your washroom, how is the room, and how is the food? So we are very curious about that, so try to our best. But really good thing is that if there's a good Wi-Fi, so when there is the Wi-Fi, yes, everything is just, you can say every door is closed. So a tour operator or a guide, they are in a comfort zone because the internet is there. Everybody is just updating the pictures, videos, live video, checking the email. And even now, the people are more interested with the business post. Now, almost 5 to 6% people are working on these online platforms like freelancing, these stuff. So for them, because they want to, if they want to travel, so for them also we need a good connectivity in the hotels. You know, they can work in the night time and the daytime. They can enjoy the good work. Information technology system, we cannot fulfill the guest requirement. Even the companies are also facing a lot of problems. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Saeed, for such an elaborate answer. I agree with that कि Wi-Fi जहाँ पे होता है वहाँ पे बाकी सारे मसले जो होते हैं वो खुद ही solve हो जाते हैं tourism. So, Javeria, what's your take on this?
Yes, I agree. Digital literacy is very, very important. Tourism में नहीं, हर industry में ही, हर जगह पे ही, I mean, it's the Wi-Fi और internet तो होगा तभी मार्केटिंग भी होगी, बाकी चीजें भी होंगी. तो बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं कि वाईफाई नहीं होगा तो फिर तो बाकी सब चीजें तो बेकार है. Yes, digital literacy is very, very important. लेकिन उसमें क्या क्या चीजें हैं जो टूरिज्म से रिलेटेड है, जिसमें सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग आ जाती है, जिसमें इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग आ जाती है. इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग के जैसे मैं किसी जगह पर गई, मेरे पास बहुत ज्यादा फॉलोअर्स हैं और मैंने उसको इस तरीके से मार्केट किया कि जिससे लोग इंस्पायर हो और उन्होंने कहा हम भी जाएंगे. और मे बी इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग में ये भी आ जाता है कि मे बी आई कैन टेक अ कमीशन कि मेरे प्लेटफॉर्म से इतने लोग आ रहे हैं तो यू नो आई कैन गेट सम कमीशन एज वेल. तो वो फिर चीजें इस तरह वर्कआउट करती हैं. एक जो चीज सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग के रिलेटेड बात है, इसमें भी फिर बहुत सारी चीजें कि फेसबुक पे आप कर रहे हैं, इंस्टाग्राम पे कर रहे हैं, यूट्यूबर्स हैं, तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. लेकिन फिर उसमें बेसिक चीजों में अगर हम जाते हैं तो फिर वो यही आ जाता है कि गूगल लिस्टिंग है कि अगर एक रेस्टोरेंट है, छोटा रेस्टोरेंट है या छोटा एक ढाबा टाइप है, लेकिन अक्सर उसकी जो सेल्स होती है वो बहुत ज्यादा होती है बिकॉज लोग रुकते हैं, चाय पी रहे हैं, पकोड़े खा रहे हैं, तो वो उसकी सेल्स बहुत ज्यादा होती है, लेकिन वो गूगल मैप पे नहीं होता. तो बिकॉज उनको पता नहीं होता कि अच्छा इस तरीके से भी होता है. यहाँ तक कि हम रास्ते में जब जा रहे होते हैं तो वी यूजुअली फाइंड कि कोई ढाबा आ रहा है, कोई रास्ता में कोई जगह आ रही है, रोक लेते हैं ना. तो पर वो गूगल पे होते ही नहीं है, गूगल मैप्स पे. तो वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि गूगल लिस्टिंग करनी है. और ये सारी चीजें ना भी बहुत बेसिक है. अभी तो बेसिक चीजों पे ही ट्रेनिंग हो जाए तो वो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एक जो चीज फाइनल जो चीज मैं सईद साहब की बात से ही अग्री कर रही हूँ और इसी पे मैं बात करना चाह रही थी कि जो हमारी यूथ है, जो यंग लोग हैं, अब वो दे आर लुकिंग फॉर एक्सपीरियंसेस एंड प्लेसेस जहाँ पर वो अपने काम कर सकें, क्योंकि आपको पता है रिमोट वर्किंग और इस तरह की चीजें बहुत ज्यादा प्रमोट हो गई. कंपनीज खुद भी प्रमोट कर रही हैं कि उनकी कॉस्ट कटिंग भी हुई है इस तरीके से. तो जो स्केपर्स होते हैं या वर्कहॉलिक्स होते हैं, दे लुक फॉर प्लेसेस, लेकिन उनके पास प्रॉपर वाईफाई नहीं होता, प्रॉपर जगह नहीं होती, तो से गो टू यू नो थाईलैंड और या फिर तुर्की. कितने लोग हैं, I know a lot of people though they went to Turkey because वहां पर वाईफाई था, छुट्टियां थी, रिमोट वर्किंग थी, तो चलो यार चले भी जाते हैं, काम चल रहा है उनका. But then they could have you know gone to Pakistan, within Pakistan as well. लेकिन वो जाहिर बात है, लोगों को पता है कि मैं मरी भी जाऊंगा तो वहां पे भी मुझे वाईफाई सही नहीं मिलना, तो मैं फिर अपने काम को रिस्क पे तो नहीं ले सकता. So it's very important to focus on that as well if we want to promote tourism on a larger scale.
Yes, thank you so much, Javeria. I believe you all are very true about it because Wi-Fi एक आपकी नेसेसिटी बन गई है, डेली लाइफ की चीज़ है, वो होनी चाहिए। और हमारी जो अथॉरिटीज़ हैं, जो डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं, अगर वो इस तरफ तवज्जो दें तो आई थिंक दिस वुड प्ले अ मेजर रोल इन प्रमोटिंग टूरिज्म इन पाकिस्तान. With that, I will ask a question from Javeria. Next question. Since you promote women in tourism, these days we see a lot of male vloggers promoting and exploring Pakistan, but quite a few number of females are seen doing the same thing. I want to ask you why is that so, and what can we do to encourage young women to come in the field of tourism and promote Pakistan's beauty and explore more?
Okay, so there are a lot of things in this we can discuss, but मैं 3-4 चीजों पे बात करूंगी. ऐसा नहीं है कि there we'll see lot of women who are making videos and who are promoting tourist places. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है, बहुत हैं, लेकिन promote वैसे नहीं हो रही हैं जैसे male influencers हो रहे हैं. One of the reasons ये भी हो सकता है बिल्कुल कि जो मेल इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं उनके पास अच्छी खासी रिसोर्सेज हैं, एंड दे कुड बी फिल्म मेकर्स हैं, या फिर वो उनके पास वो स्किल्स हैं जो वो जिससे वो अपने आप को प्रमोट कर सकते हैं. फॉर अ विमेन इन्फ्लुएंसर, उसने तो सोचा कि चलो मैं ना टूरिज्म में आ जाती हूँ और मैं I'll go to different places and take pictures and get some followers on Instagram. तो वो इस तरीके से स्टार्ट करती है. लेकिन जो मेल इन्फ्लुएंसर होता है वो शायद उसके पास उसका जो पाथवे है वो बहुत डिफरेंट है. So maybe that's the reason you don't see, but I know a lot of women who are doing this. So basically वो जो सारी लड़कियां उनको they need a community. So that's why I'm actually trying to work for a community called Women in Tourism Pakistan. So we can gather those women and then you have a collective voice and lot of people will see कि अच्छा हैं लड़कियां भी, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है. हाँ, इन्फ्लुएंसर्स तो काम कर रही हैं, पर टूर कंपनीज की अगर हम बात करें तो women entrepreneurs, we don't find a lot of women entrepreneurs in tourism industry in Pakistan. Lot of reasons, क्योंकि टूर्स लेके जाने पड़ते हैं, चीजें करनी पड़ती हैं, लोगों को परमिशंस नहीं मिलती, वैसे ही जाने की नहीं मिलती तो कंपनी चलाने की कैसे मिलेगी. तो वो जो चीज है. उसके अलावा इंस्टाग्राम स्टार्ट भी कर लिया, पिक्चर्स भी अपलोड कर दी, बट देन यू गेट लॉट ऑफ हेटफुल कमेंट्स. ये कैसे कपड़े पहने हुए हैं, ये कैसे बात कर रही हो, तुम ये क्यों कर रही हो. मेल इन्फ्लुएंसर डू नॉट गेट दैट. Maybe they, I don't know, but they don't get that. So I see women जो फिर नहीं करती पोस्ट, they feel uncomfortable. So हमारे यहाँ उस तरह की भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं कि अपना रिलीजन भूल गए हैं लोग, और इस तरह के कमेंट्स आपको मिल रहे होते हैं तो आप बहुत uncomfortable फील करते हैं कि you are putting yourself out there and then people are talking about your personal life. But then you have to close your ears. ये आप कर सकते हैं तो फिर आप कब कर सकते हैं. But then you have to be really strong if you want to become an influencer, travel influencer in Pakistan, because anybody will come and leave a comment about you about anything. तो ये चीज है, इस वजह से शायद हमें कम नजर आते हैं लोग और लड़कियां कम नजर आती हैं. बाकी वैसे कोई इतना मसला नहीं है, लोग आ रहे हैं और लोग काम भी कर रहे हैं, और बस इसमें यही है कि we need safer places, safer spaces. People needs to understand that don't harass women if they are traveling alone, especially. It's fine if they're just women. So let them do what they want, let them travel. तो इस तरह की जो कुछ notions हैं वो understand करने की जरूरत है, जो अभी time लगेगा. And that's why I'm trying to work on those lines. कि अभी तो awareness ही चल रही है, अभी तो आस्ता आस्ता चीजें, बात की बातें चीजें होना, तो अभी तो अवेयरनेस स्टेज पर ही हैं हम लोग.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Javeria. I agree with you कि बहुत सारी चीजें, बहुत सारे negative comments जो कि women को ही target कर रहे होते हैं, उसकी जगह अगर कोई मेल इन्फ्लुएंसर होगा तो उनको नहीं मिलती उस तरह की चीजें. तो आलमगीर और सईद, आपका क्या ख्याल है इसमें? क्या कोई अवेयरनेस ट्रेनिंग सेशंस specific to women in tourism होने चाहिए? Already कुछ आप working में कर रहे हैं उनके ऊपर. What's your take on this? Saeed साहब, you can go first.
Okay, so क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा है, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। जैसे जवेरिया ने प्रैक्टिकल चीज़ों को बता दिया कि जिस मुल्क में हम रहते हैं उस मुल्क के एक चारदीवारी है, उस मुल्क के एक माइंडसेट हैं, तो चीज़ें मतलब जाहिर बात है उससे थोड़ा आगे निकलेंगे तो बहुत सारे मसाइल का सामना करना पड़ता है। मैंने खुद देखे हैं बहुत सारी चीज़ों को, और अभी कितने अपने मुँह छुपाए आँख छुपाए कि भाई ये होते रहेंगे, लेकिन मुश्किल है। लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें मैं जो देख रहा हूँ, जो पॉजिटिव चीज़ें चेंज हो रहा है वो ये है कि 2020 में इस्लामाबाद में एक ट्रेनिंग हो गए, 19 में एक ट्रेनिंग हुआ था जिसमें कोई more than I think 10 girls was there in this as a tour guide, right? And then 2020 there was a training for guides, so there was another 10 to 12 guides, female guides there. The total participation was like 30, so almost 12 to 13 females there as a interested for future as a guide, right? So this is another good thing. Second thing that from last 8 years, Azara universities, they are, the academia, they are running tourism diplomas or master degrees. Then Sawat University, Mardan University, Charsadhan University, and from last 3 years, Hunza and Baltistan campus of Karakoram University are also offering tourism courses, like diploma courses or master courses. So that is the good initiates, mostly females. I saw in Hunza campus, in Baltistan campus. So in Sabat campus, there was only 2, then they couldn't proceed due to the major, I don't know what was the reason, but they just left the department. But in Hunza and Hazara, their female population are coming in this tourism industries. At least the tourism academia is improving. Maybe in the future, we don't need to try to say what is tourism for the female, right? So those females coming with the tourism education. So the same, जो जवेरिया कह रही थी कि उनके लिए हमें चाहिए platform. We need a platform for them. Might be as an internship in the hotel, might be as an internship in as a tour operator if you offer 1 or 2 girls with the groups like as an assistant. So that would be a kind of internship. In this way, we can educate them and they can play a very important role. See, one thing, if you've been to Hunza, if you've been to the Royal Garden, the females are running a nice restaurant there. So whenever I'm there, whenever, at least a year, 5 to 6 times, I am offering for my client lunch there. So they're very happy because top to the bottom, they are female, they are very nicely, they're looking, because this thing is belong to the female, this kitchen as this country. And also the female, they have some specialties, like for, you can say for cleaning or making the room or what you say, F&B section of the hotel, as compared to men. If there's a female in the section, their work would be more permanent, more clean things, So we need to promote the female in the hospitality industry, not only in travel industry, travel and hospitality industry, both. In this way, we can, we can compete the world, and also there will be different taste for the people. So I must say, I thank you very much for Javeria, because she have also experienced, because people when traveling, so they are looking the situation, they're facing the problem. So might be 1 or 2 generation, they are facing the problem. And for the 3rd generation, there might be a good ground to play. So again, we are hopeful for there. Yeah. Thank you.
And I just want to add something that Hunza में बहुत ज़्यादा you see a lot of women. आपको आप अल्तिफ फोर्ट चले जाएं तो आपको वहाँ पे रिसेप्शन पे लड़की मिलेगी, तो या अल्तिफ फोर्ट चले जाएं. So Hunza is a role model for us.
Right.
You see women working in farms. So I think वो एक role model हम रख सकते हैं और उसको फिर promote करके और जगहों पे उसका जो उस community जो वहाँ पे किस तरह हो रही है चीजें, we can have that case study कि हम उस पे काम करें कि किस तरीके से वो लोग कर रहे हैं, क्या ऐसी चीजें हैं जो वो लोग सोच रहे हैं और कर रहे हैं जिससे वो ये सब चीजें कर पा रहे हैं. So we can implement those in other parts of Pakistan as well.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely. Thank you, Javeria and Saeed Saab, because this is very important, and I really like it. We can utilize skills of women to expand this industry. बहुत सारी departments ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे women could be way more useful to us in tourism industry, and then we need safe places for women, and we are the ones who are going to create those safe places. So Alamgir, what's your take on this? Would you like to add something too?
Sure. This question जो आपने पूछा, it's a very important question. It's all about women empowerment. How do we empower the segment of women कि they travel more freely? Just let's say in Europe, if you're a female, you have no worries about traveling, about living in a different city than your family. उसी तरह पाकिस्तान में भी it should be more. अगर अभी है भी तो it should be ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. If एक city में सिर्फ हुंजा में, it should be there in all over Pakistan. और इसका एक सोल्यूशन जो है, आई बिलीव इट्स ये क्रॉस इंस्टीट्यूशनल लेवल एफर्ट के अलावा नहीं हो सकता. नॉट जस्ट थ्रू यूनिवर्सिटीज, आपको एक ऐसा सपोर्ट सिस्टम चाहिए वेयर द यूनिवर्सिटीज आर प्रमोटिंग वुमेन इन टूरिज्म. ये भी होता है, बट एट द सेम लेवल, कम्युनिटी लेवल पे भी पीपल नीड टू टेक इनिशिएटिव्स जहाँ पे फीमेल आर प्रमोटेड विद इन देयर ओन सोसाइटी. आपको एक कम्युनिटी लेवल पे भी इनिशिएटिव चाहिए, इंस्टीट्यूशनल लेवल पे भी चाहिए, गवर्नमेंट लेवल पे भी चाहिए. इट्स अ इशू जो आप कह लें कि इट्स मल्टी डायमेंशनल प्रॉब्लम, एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है पाकिस्तान के अंदर. एंड इसका सॉल्यूशन इज आल्सो मल्टी डायमेंशनल. You need to bring in people from different institutions so that they come together, or iska ek collective, ek solid hal nikalo, which is not just there in universities but wo tourism industry mein bhi hai, wo aapke different segments mein show ho raha hai. And it's all about giving women opportunity to go forward.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, Alamgir. And I believe, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the session, that we are welcoming your questions. Our viewers who have joined us from Facebook page, or they are watching us live, please send in your questions and we will include those in the session. And we have one question, which is somebody is asking about tourism in Waziristan and ex-Sparta. So what's your take on this? In areas में tourism को कैसे promote किया जा सकता है, और इस पे क्या हमें कोई dialogue generate करना चाहिए? What could be the possibilities? Saeed Saab, would you like to go first?
Yes, thank you very much, because Waziristan is one of the most attractive place, but bad luck with the country from last many years. They are a part of the Afghan war, so that's why we couldn't access there. But the good thing is that from I think in March, there was 22 students from Waziristan, from Maman Agency, from Quram Agency, from Bajod, from Sawat, from Bunair, from almost from 9 districts of KPK. They were in Islamabad. The KPK government request to Sustainable Tourism Foundation for 2 weeks training, comprehensive training for a guide or to promote their area. So that was a good initiative, because for like suppose for tourism we need long struggles. This tourism industry is very complicated industries. हम ये बात देखें कि बहुत सारे मेरे अंग्रेज दोस्त हैं, जब वो पूछते हैं कि यार हमने हुंजा आना है तो आप आ जाए, वेलकम. हुंजा कहाँ पे है? पाकिस्तान में है. ओह, इट्स नॉट सेफ फॉर अस. तो मतलब एक डेस्टिनेशन बना हुआ है, तो उसके पीछे बहुत सारे मौलिकात है. जैसे हुंजा की बात करते हैं तो मीर ऑफ हुंजा ने 1974 से पहले जितने भी फॉरेन लोग आए, उन्होंने उनको वेलकम किया, उनको चाय पिलाया, उनके साथ उनको घोड़े दिए, उनको क्या क्या वो सब किताबें लिखते रहे हैं, फिल्म बने. तो कहीं अरसे जाके 20-25 साल लग के ना उसके इमेज दुनिया में ब्रांड बना हुंजा. अब वजीरिस्तान की बात करते हैं, आप कुरम एजेंसी की बात करते हैं, मोहम्मद एजेंसी की बात करते हैं, हुंजा से कम नहीं है ये इलाके. इनके ट्रेडिशन हाईली, बहुत ही रवायत पसंद लोग हैं, इनके फूड बहुत अच्छे हैं, ये जोग्राफिकली बहुत अच्छे हैं, सीन वाइज अच्छे हैं, लेकिन बदकिस्मती से ये हमारे पिछले तारीख में कुछ नासाजगार हालात की वजह से बॉर्डर पे ये इलाके हमसे रह गए हैं. लेकिन गुड थिंग्स है कि केपीके टूरिज्म इस वक्त दे आर पेइंग अ लॉट ऑफ अटेंशन टू प्रमोट दिस एरिया. एंड आई डू होप जिसने भी ये सवाल पूछा है, उम्मीद है कि वो भी इस किस्म के तजस्सुस उसके अंदर होंगे कि हमारे एरिया में क्यों न लोग आते, क्योंकि टूरिज्म इज द अल्टरनेट सोर्स ऑफ इनकम. ये याद रखें कि जो भी हमारे माउंटेनियस रीजन है, जिधर भी है, जैसे तरपारकर के इलाका हो, जो बलूचिस्तान हो, चोलिस्तान हो, हुंजा हो, चित्राल हो, वजीरिस्तान हो, टूरिज्म इज द अल्टरनेट सोर्स ऑफ द लोकल पीपल. ये हमारे दिमागों में सब में होना चाहिए और उसके लिए हमने काम करना है. उम्मीद है कि बहुत जल्द हमारे डोमेस्टिक टूरिज्म का आना शुरू हो जाएंगे अपने वजीरिस्तान में, कुरम एजेंसी में, जितने भी फाटर्स के एरिया है. फिर एक ना एक दिन जरूर जो है ना बहुत सारे फॉरेनर्स आएंगे, लेकिन आप लोग कमिटेड रहें और सिक्योरिटीज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. आप पिक्चर पोस्ट करते रहें. अभी बना है बहुत सारे पेज बना है, उसमें मेरे ख्याल में वजीरिस्तान के नाम से भी पेज बना है. आप पिक्चर्स उस पर पोस्ट कर दें, आप अच्छी अच्छी जगहों के बारे में, फूड के बारे में, कुछ लोगों के पोइट्री के बारे में, म्यूजिक के बारे में. टूरिज्म के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें करना पड़ता है, तो लोग अट्रैक्ट हो जाएंगे, वो देखेंगे, दरियाओं को देखेंगे, झीलों को देखेंगे, तो
Definitely.
खुद आएंगे इंशाल्लाह. तो very good question.
Thank you so much, Said Saab. And with this, I think our time is almost up for this session. I will ask one last question, and I would request you to please keep your answers short because we have limited time now. One last question would be that since we were talking about role of youth, how important do you think it is for Pakistan Tourism Development Corporation to introduce youth engagement programs so that tourism could be promoted on a mass level or bigger level? Or if there are any programs currently going on which you know of and would like to share with our audience. Alamgir, please.
Sure. I specifically do not know what the authority is doing itself, but on your question about how can we bring youth in, I would share my personal experience. I was part of an organization where we worked on promoting cultural tourism. So it was an idea that we were working on. Jahan pe we hosted a 7-day fellowship program in Gilgit-Baltistan, where we invited people from all around Pakistan of different age groups, different ethnicities, different professions, to bring them together at GB, take them through a 14-day tour, but it was not just one tour. We connected them with different institutions. We placed them in different places. It was known as the GB Fellowship Program. And we had amazing guests. We had doctors. We had a nuclear scientist who was an ex-nuclear scientist in Pakistan. They came together. They were placed as per their skills in different institutions. The doctor was placed in a healthcare setup. The physicist was placed in a school, and they taught children there. And jab hamara event hua, it even included a homestay where they stayed with some of the local people as hosts for 1 week. So they did different community engagement for 1 week. They stayed with people for 1 week. They traveled in this program. It was a very successful program, and we got a lot of positive feedback. It was all run by youth, and we were running. It was for the youth, by the youth. And इसके अंदर हमें इतना positive feedback आया कि some of the participants after the program वो अपने खर्चे पे they came back to those villages. They had more sessions with the children. They had more sessions in the schools, in the hospitals, and they paid from their own pocket to do these things. So this was one of the beautiful impacts of that program. And if we are to replicate these models, I believe it will do much benefit.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Alamgir. And with that, I think our time is almost up. So I'll be just wrapping up everything because it was such a pleasure to talk to all three of you. Unfortunately, Javeria is gone. She was facing some internet issues. But with that, I think इस सेशन से हमने बहुत सारे आइडियाज भी जनरेट किए हैं अपनी यूथ के लिए भी, अपने इंस्टीट्यूशंस के लिए भी, where they could work more और youth किस तरह से engage हो सकती है. We discussed about training programs for hotel management and then role of women specifically, internship programs at the hotels. So there are a lot of ideas that we have discussed for today. And with that, I would like to thank all of my panelists, Alamgir, Saeed, and Javeria, for joining us today in this wonderful discussion. And also thank you so much everyone who joined us through Facebook pages. Thank you so much for taking out your time and listening to us. With that, I would like to conclude this session. And obviously, thank you so much to PON team who are organizing these wonderful talk sessions on such important topics, especially in such a difficult time when COVID has disrupted everybody's lives. So thank you so much, PON team, for organizing this webinar series. Thank you so much. And with that,
Thank you, Javeria.
Thank you.